folks, it's JT. It's that time of the week again. It's deck tech time. I love deck techs. So this is where we dive a little deeper into the decks we've built online or on Arena, and in this case, and talk about what's in the deck and what we're trying to do. So I'm excited to take a look at this one. I call this deck the Arch Pegasus. The reason it's the Arch Pegasus, because it sounds like Arch Nemesis, but this is double tribal. This is Pegasus and Archon tribal. There is a reason we're doing this kind of combo, and it's this guy here, Archon of Sun's Grace. It is an Archon. It's a 3/4 with 2 and 2 white, but it says Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink. And whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. So I thought, well, man, we can go ham with Pegasus because there's a bunch of Pegasus. There's a few in Standard. But then as I was putting together, I realized, well, we could also go the tribal route with the Archons mixed in, because there's a handful of really good Archons in Standard as well. So that's what we've done. So let's take a look. Okay, our curve to start with Pegasus is just sweet. Let's go through. We'll backtrack. There's a couple we're going to skip over here, and we'll go back to them. But let's talk about our Pegasus curve. We start with 4 loyal Pegasus. It's a 2/1 flyer. Fantastic. Can't block or attack alone. Meh. That's fine. Because then we get a Concordian Pegasus, and it's a 1 and a white for a 1/3 flyer, and it can help the loyal Pegasus attack. So that's our 2 mana Pegasus. And then we go to Trusted Pegasus, which is at our 3 mana slot. It's whenever Trusted Pegasus attacks, target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. That, in this deck, is rarely used. There is an area where it could be used, but it's rarely used. It's here because it's a 2/2 3 mana flyer, and it builds on our curve. And then the next one on our curve is Sunmane Pegasus, which brings us to the 3 and the white. For a 2/3 flyer plus for 1 and a white, it gains vigilance and lifelink until end of turn. A lot of fun. All of them. Lots of fun. So let's go back. Then we've got quite a bit of removal in terms of enchantment removal, because remember we talked about the Archon of Sun's Grace. It makes 2/2 Pegasuses when an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control. So let's make our removal enchantment based. Pacifism. Old school. Oldie but goodie. 1 and a white. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Banishing Light. 2 and a white. Enters the battlefield. Exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. That's just fantastic. So again, great way to slow our opponent down. Dreadful Apathy. Similar effect to Pacifism, costs 1 more mana, but it also has that extra ability, 2 and a white, and you can then exile enchanted creature. So you can just get rid of it. You don't have to worry about the risk of them destroying your enchantment. Okay, now the next thing is our Lord. This is our big Lord here. And that is Icon of Ancestry. As Icon of Ancestry enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. And then for 3 and tap, you can look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card of the chosen type from among them, put in your hand, put the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. This is just exciting because, all right, we might pick Pegasus because we've already got a couple out, or we've got a bunch of them coming down the pipe. Or we've got a couple of big Archons out. It's a little later. Let's pick Archons. Or we want to find Archons. So we can go either way. And that extra +1/+1 is always really helpful when you're going wide, when you're going tribal, and especially in the air. If you've got 3 flyers already, and they're not great for dealing flyers, and there's 3 Pegasus, and you bring that in and name Pegasus, man, they're now taking an extra 3 damage. So Icon is always great. I try to play it in most of my tribal decks, especially where there is no Lord. I know it's not a Lord, it's an artifact, but you get the point. And then we have Archon of Absolution. 3 and a white for a 3/2 Archon. Well, now we're getting into our Archons. Remember, it's got pro white, which is quite useful, and creatures can't attack you or planeswalk you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Tax. Little tempo. That's nice. Makes your opponent think twice about attacking if they really want to use that mana. Then we have the Archons of Sun's Grace, which we talked about, making those Pegasus, and you see now why we have all our enchantment removal. Pegasus, Archon of Falling Stars, 4 and 2 white for a 4/4. So we put 3 creatures in here at the 6 mana slot. It's a lot, but we can get there. When Archon of the Falling Stars dies, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's really useful if, say, you've got a Pacifism or a Banishing Light or a Dreadful Apathy in the graveyard. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll just put it, we'll put it over here on your creature. So that's why I like that. Only run 2 because it's at a really high end of the mana curve, but still, it's great. And then the Harmonious Archon. The big guy. 4 double white for a 4/5 flying. Non-Archon creatures have base power and toughness of 3/3. Well, let's look at our Pegasus. 2/1, 1/3, 2/2, 2/3. So we're making all our Pegasus bigger. And plus, then if we have an icon, then they get even bigger. So the Harmonious Archon is awesome. Plus, when it comes in the battlefield, it makes 2 3/3 human creature tokens. It says 1/1, but they are effectively 3/3s until this thing leaves the battlefield. So we talked about the Trusted Pegasus mostly not taking creatures up for flying, but those human creature tokens, they are not flying, so the Trusted Pegasus would take them up. And there's one other thing that can make humans, and that's this guy, Castle Ardenvale. Again, makes 1/1 white human creature tokens. We have 2 of those. We also have 2 Idyllic Grange, because it's really nice if we can play this as our 4th land, and we've already got a bunch of planes out. Now that isn't planes, but that is, as are the 19 basics. Then we play this, we can get a +1/+1 counter on one of our creatures, and that just helps build up those Pegasus and Archons. And then, yes, like I said, 19 planes. So that is our main deck. Here's our sideboard. Enchantments are a big deal right now in Standard, mainly because of Theros. So with that in mind, I've put 4 disenchants in. There's also really good artifacts. Let's kill them. Exposed to Daylight. Again, same thing, destroying artifacts and enchantments. 1 more mana, but we get to scry 1. Gideon Blackblade. This is just a great card because it also can give one of your creatures lifelink or indestructible or vigilance if they don't have one of those. So, great card. I like playing it. We got one of a Heliod Sun Crown because, yeah, you're going to hit your devotion pretty quickly. And again, you have lifelink. With the Sunbeam Pegasus, the 1 in the white can give it lifelink. And with the Archon of Sun's Grace giving all the Pegasus lifelink. So Heliod is great because then he can start putting counters on things. Gotta have 2 Shadow of the Sky because, yes, we're a creature deck and we're trying to get creatures out, but sometimes our opponents are just better at getting creatures out than us. And so we have to punish them for that. No, we have to slow them down. And plus, if we've got, especially if we've got like an Icon of Ancestry or counters, if we've got a creature that has 4 power, that's great. Then we get to draw a card. We've got 1 Cavalier of Dawn. It's not a Pegasus, but it is removal when it comes in, and it's a big creature, and it's something else the Trusted Pegasus can put in the air. Realm Cloak Giant is another sweeper. That's great. Destroy all non-giant creatures. Again, you're sacrificing your own creatures because you do that because your opponent is just in better shape at that point in the game. Then we have 1 Heliod's Intervention. which can destroy X target artifacts or enchantments. That's really nice, just kind of a sweep. Or target player gains twice X life. If you are in a lot of trouble, play it. If you're in trouble life total wise, to dig yourself out and buy yourself some more time. So that's a fun card. And that is the sideboard and the main deck for the Arch Pegasus. I've already played this on our stream, twitch.tv/jankyardmtg, and it's been a lot of fun. So I really enjoy this one. I hope you enjoyed this deck tech. And take the opportunity to like this video if you have liked it, and subscribe and click the bell so you get notifications when we put other videos out. We're starting our Jankyard podcast, which will start here on YouTube very soon, and you'll be able to listen to that, plus our weekly Jank Light of the Week, which shows a full game or part of a game from our stream that was exceptionally fun and janky and crazy. And so check that out as well. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at JankyardM and Facebook, JankyardMTG, to get updates of when we're going live on Twitter, or Twitch, I mean. We go on Twitch at least twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, and sometimes other days. So make sure to check those out. As well, you can check out jankyardmtg.com, which is our website. So thank you once again for stopping in to see our Arch Pegasus deck. I really enjoy this deck, and I hope you do too. And I encourage you to play it, give it a try, tweak it, and leave comments below on suggestions on how to improve it and have fun with it. Okay, so thank you, everybody. We appreciate you coming out, and we'll talk to you soon as next time we come to you from the Jankyard.